There's a new show you do not want to miss at the Matthews Playhouse. Right now, you can see Rodgers and Hammerstein's South Pacific. It runs through June 24th. We have two of the cast members here, George DeMott, who plays Emil DeBeck, and Karen Irving, who plays Bloody Mary. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate you tonight. Who wants to dive in? What's the production all about?
The production is one of Rodgers and Hammerstein's most famous shows. Basically, it's about the U.S. military presence on an island in the South Pacific, and they're just kind of waiting to get involved in the war, a lot of time waiting. There are some romances that blossom between some of the American nurses and some of the locals. Then there's basically two love stories going on, and a whole lot of fun between the locals and the U.S. The Navy men with a lot of time on their hands. So,
gotcha.
But it's just some of the greatest music ever written for Broadway. Tunes that everybody will recognize, you know, young and old. It's that kind of show.
Is it fun too?
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of comedy, a lot of romance. It's like all their musicals. It's a really good balance of both, but a lot of laugh out loud, fun, funny, upbeat stuff, and then a romance tucked in there as well. So really something for everybody. I mean, it really is an entertaining show.
Yeah, and you know, based during World War II, so some sad stuff, but a classic.
It all ties in together. Good.
It does. It does.
Elaborate on your characters, please. I want to hear about Bloody Mary first.
Do you want to go first? It's such a great name.
Bloody Mary is she's a local who is on the island, and she's an interesting character, kind of the comic relief, but you know, sells her wares and her grass skirts and human heads and boar's teeth, and is sort of has a love-hate with the sailors. They, you know, harass her, and she loves them and whatnot. And her daughter, she's a teenage daughter, and she falls in love with a lieutenant for her daughter, and sees some high hopes there for, and what I think, trying to get her off the island for a better life. And anyway, she's a mess. She's a hoot, and she's fun to play.
It looks like you have a fun time playing it. I can imagine. Your character?
My character is Emil DeBeck. He's basically a Frenchman who escaped France from when he was younger. Something happened. He killed a man and ran away and just jumped on a boat and ended up on this island. And he made a life for himself, became a very successful planter, big plantation. And he's been sort of living by himself. He has 2 children. His wife has died, and he was great with that. And then he happens to meet this American nurse and just immediately sees her. Their eyes lock at a party, and he falls in love.
It's all
and
over.
Some Enchanted Evening. He's saying that famous song was from that moment from the show.
Gotcha. Who should see it? I mean, it's got a range of emotions. Is it good for kids? Or?
I would say it's a good family show. People, just because of the subject matter, World War II, a lot of senior crowds, people who I would say are you know, older folks instantly love this. They've known this musical for years and years and years. But I think it's a good family show. I mean, there is some romance and stuff in it, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, you know, and it's a part of our history, I think. The show deals also, it's interesting, the show deals with prejudice. A lot of prejudice and overcoming that and working through it. And it's a main theme running through both of the romances that happen in the show. So, I mean, I think it's a family show. I mean, but I think
agree.
adults.
What does the audience take away? Would that be in a little bit of the family aspect of it, or not?
Well, I mean, for little kids, maybe a little long for them. For little baby ones.
True.
But yeah, I think for certain, like older kids and adults take away that, you know, message of equality, and you know, that it's a parallel love story. It is, but it's all about overcoming differences. And I think that's a message everybody can pick up and relate to. And absolutely.
I would imagine some very talented people working on the production staff and everything.
Yeah, the cast is great. We're having a great time.
How long have you guys been together now for? So
6 weeks.
Like that? Early May.
Yeah.
something like that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting to know each other pretty quickly right there.
It is,
Yes.
it is, and this is our second weekend too. So we've had a great first week, and everything was really good, and audiences were incredibly receptive, and they really enjoyed it. A lot of good feedback too. So
Much see. You can see South Pacific coming up through Sunday, June 24th. It's at the Matthews Community Center. Tickets start at $19. Good price there, right? Students and seniors are only $16, and children under the age of 10 can get in for $13. For more information, log on to WBTV.com. Look in the web extra section right there on the homepage. We really appreciate you all being here. You can tell you have a passion for this. I'd
we're
like
having
to
a good
see
time.
this,
Yeah, absolutely.
Continued success. Hope it
Thank
goes
you.
well.
Thank you so much.
Time to get back to our Sound Off Charlotte.